Talk about creating a Visualforce page. How to create a Visualforce page. So there are two ways of creating a Visualforce page. There are two ways of creating a Visualforce page. One is from the browser, one is from the setup menu. Okay. Now, how do you create it from the browser? When you try to create a Visualforce page from your browser, you just have to go to your browser and you have to add /apex/page name to the URL after salesforce.com. Quick moment, I'm going to show it to you as well. Give me one moment, I'll log into Salesforce. Okay, so to create a Visualforce page from the browser, what you need to do is you just need to go to the address of the browser after salesforce.com/apex/page name, whatever page name you want to put. It can be hello, whatever. Okay, so page name can be anything, but it should not start with a number. It should not have spaces. It should not have special characters. Right? It can have a number, but it should not start with a number. Okay, spaces and special characters are not allowed. So that is it. That's what you have to do. Okay, so you just need to go to your browser, add /apex/page name to the URL after salesforce.com. Okay. For example, if your Salesforce instance is na1.salesforce.com, the new URL should be na1.salesforce.com/apex/hello. So anything, whatever is here, just don't worry about this part. So after salesforce.com, put a slash, put apex slash, then this should be your page name. Okay. And once you just type in this URL and press enter, it will give you an option to create your page, and you can click on that link to create a new page. Actually, because the page does not exist right now, so it's actually going to throw an error, and along with that it will give you the option to create the page. So you can actually use the option to create the page. So if I do this, press enter, okay, this page was already there. So let me try something. Yeah. So this V page one is not there. So it actually throws an error, Visualforce error, says page does not exist, and along with that it gives you the create page link. Click on this, it is going to create the page. Alright. Okay. Now, quick thing here. You cannot use this approach for creating the Visualforce page if you have not enabled the development mode. Right now, development mode is enabled on this org. That's the reason why I was able to create this page. Okay. If development mode is not enabled, then we will not be able to create the page. All right. So, for example, where do we enable the development mode? We go to My Settings, Personal, Advanced User Details, click on Edit. See, this is development mode. It is enabled right now. Let me disable it for some time. By default, it's going to be disabled. So for your orgs, it will be disabled by default. Okay. Now, if it is not enabled, let's see what happens when I try to type in this apex/vpage2. See, it will only throw an error message. It will say page does not exist. It won't give you the link, right? So any time you see this kind of message and you don't get the link to create the page, it means that your development mode is not enabled, right? So this approach you can only take if your development mode is enabled. So let me go back and enable the development mode. Okay, now development mode is enabled. Now I can just type in fx/v page2. Yeah, gives me the option to create the page. I click on this, the page gets created. Fine. All right. So that's how it's going to work. Okay. Now, as I said, there are two ways of creating a Visualforce page. This is the first approach. Let's talk about the other approach. The other one is from the setup menu. So you simply go to setup, develop pages or Visualforce pages, I guess. That's going to be the option there. Click on new and you just click on create the page. Then you put label and name and click on save. Then you click on edit to edit the code. Right, so there's an option which is available from the setup menu. Let's have a quick look into the setup menu option. Okay, so we can create a page from here. We can create a page from the setup menu as well. So you can just go to setup, under setup, develop, Visualforce pages. You can click on new. Yeah, you just put a label and a name for the page, and this is where you write the code. And you finally save the page. Right, so this is one more option. We are going to use this browser option, on most of the cases. This is the one which is used